off this brand new acquisition here. This is the A-106-5 SEM filter. It's a trip. I just plugged it in about 10 minutes ago. And what we've got here is this CV in is sweeping the frequency cutoff switch, and it's coming out of this tip-top deal. And I've got a trigger going in from, I don't know if you can see that. I'm just using the low frequency thing to pulse this right here, and these switches are in the middle position, so they don't do anything until they get a signal. So it's being triggered by this low frequency oscillator, that's in the function junction, which is using this complicated thing in its very most rudimentary sense to trigger these two, and I've just got one cascaded in the other to give it kind of more of a slow sweep. So that's what's sweeping this, and it's hard to hear because there's so much going on here. Now to sing and dance, the algorithm, the arpeggiator is coming out of the SQ1 here, and it's going into a splitter. We're listening to two oscillators here, so the volt per octave is going into this thing, and I've got the range tuned on the bottom oscillator and the top oscillator, but they're both getting the same notes. And then coming out of this, there's no stackable, I just ran out of regular ones for the moment. And this is into the MISO, which I just got, and I've used this for the first time. And I'm using it in the cross-fading thing, which I don't quite have down yet. But it's taken the higher pitched oscillator sequence, which is identical to the lower pitched one, and it's kind of switching and morphing a little bit between them because there's only one input here into the audio in, so it's getting high low in a kind of sweepy thing, which gives it kind of a phasey stereo effect of sorts. And I've got this level jacked up pretty good, and now the low pass out, it's coming into the mixer here, which I just started using, and I'm glad I did because I've got a lot more control nowadays. And it's being spit out into this, the auxiliary out is going into the memory man here, which has really good quality audio. I mean, I've had this for decades. It's never let me down. This thing really sounds good every time. And it's coming back into this one here, and so that's the kind of the part of the stereo and part of the what's given it some, kind of polybeat business. Now also involved in all this, somehow coming from the auxiliary number 2, or number 1 rather, is coming in to the newly acquired. It's been a big week here at the domicile. So this Bode frequency shifter is weird and pretty cool, I gotta say. No clue how this works. You just diddle with the knobs until it sounds amazing, and it will also give you a stereo separation. And I've got this thing kind of blinking here, and I wish there was a way to slow this down better or get more control over this, a finer adjustment, but you could say that about anything, I can make it go a lot faster, and now it's kind of staying in one place, but if it would just go really slow, that would be cool. Anyway, that's all that's going on. None of these other things are doing anything. Nothing. This box has no part to play in our drama today. And it's all going into this, the old standby, the Tascam. It's 24-bit, 48K. It's got a little compressor to stop the overs built into it. And it runs for 8 hours of straight recording, and then you can come back and kind of chop out all the parts that didn't sound good later on the computer. So that's it for today. I just thought I would show this up. I really like the SEM. I see a couple of guys on the YouTube, they're saying, oh, it sounded so cool, I got another one, so they could do it in stereo, and I can see the attraction, and maybe that'll happen. Anyway, there it is for today.